9:14 in the morning. One email lands on every screen in the most important building in the world. Inside it, they are building a mind that can do your job, maybe everyone's job. And this one email means 5 completely different things on 5 different floors. You read it. She reads it 2 floors down, both hands cold around her coffee. The person who wrote it read it last night because they wrote it. Same words on every floor. What they mean changes on the way up. Picture the building as a ladder standing on its end, 6 floors. The higher you go, the more that email is worth, and the more it costs to send. On the top floor, it's a decision somebody made at 2 in the morning, with their eyes half shut. On the bottom floor, it's the end of a job. Nobody has said that word out loud yet. The email doesn't change on the way down. You change. Your rent changes. What you have to lose changes. 41 words. Read them once and they sound like nothing. Read them from the right floor and they sound like a knife. You've heard the stories about this place. The weekend they fired the boss and took him back 5 days later. The morning almost every person here threatened to walk out the door at once. This is that building. Today, it's your turn to read the email. So take the whole ride. Watch what one email does at every floor it touches. Start at the bottom. Rank 1, the contractor. Down here, your morning starts before the light does. 2 buses in the dark to a building you can't tell anyone you work in. Everyone else has a real badge. Yours is a sticker you peel fresh each day. It says, Visitor. You've been here 8 months. You don't really work for the company. A different company hired you. They rent you out to this one, by the hour. No stock, no health plan, no cushion. You watch the little number climb all day. Your job is to read what the machine says, all day. The worst of it. The questions people are too afraid to ask another human. The answers the machine isn't supposed to give. You are the wall it says them to. Everything you flag makes the machine a little smarter, a little safer, a lot more valuable. You will never see a cent of that. You're the reason it works, and the cheapest thing in the building. Some nights, on the bus home, the things you read all day follow you. They sit down next to you. Nobody warned you that would happen. At dinner, your family asks what you do. You say you check things online. You leave it there. You have to. Then the email lands. You read the soft line near the bottom. Supported through a structured transition. You read it twice. You don't feel anything. It sounds like it's about someone else in some other room. You don't know it yet. That soft sentence is about you. Your name is on a list you will never be shown. The next week, you go to log your hours. The system won't let you. Account under review. No email. No manager on the phone. Just a door that used to open and now doesn't. No one owes you a reason. And 2 floors up, on the very same morning, someone is about to become a millionaire. Rank 2, the engineer. Up here, you actually build the thing. You're young. You already make more than your parents ever did. The days are long, and they don't feel long. You are close to the most important machine on Earth, and you know it. Half your pay isn't money yet. It's shares in the company, a lottery ticket that could be worth a fortune or nothing. On your first day, you signed a thick stack of papers. You skimmed them. Everyone skims them. You were too excited to read. One page, buried in the middle, said this: You will never say a bad word about us, not even after you're gone. You heard what it really means. Speak up on your way out, and you lose the shares. Every last one you earned. One person said no anyway. On his last day, they slid the papers across the table. Sign, and the money is yours. Refuse, and you lose every share you ever earned. He refused. He walked away from more money than you will make in 10 years, just to keep the right to say what he saw inside. Everyone called him crazy. You think about him more than you admit. Then the good week arrives. The company lets people sell. 75 of them walk away with $30 million each. The first time your own account shows a number with that many zeros, you take a screenshot. You send it to no one. You just look at it. You don't tell your parents the number. It would scare them more than it would make them proud. You're not sure you understand it yourself. Then you think about the floor below you, the one who couldn't log her hours this week. Same building, same week. One of you is buying a house in cash. One of you got locked out of a timesheet. Nobody planned it that way. Nobody had to. You look up. Your team lead had 4 people last month. This morning, she has 1. The email did that overnight. She's not crying. She's just very still. You go back to your screen because there's nothing to say that helps. Rank 3, the senior researcher. Climb 1 more floor. Years have passed. You're not the new kid anymore. You're good enough that people notice. Your phone buzzes almost every week. A stranger from a rival company. Same job, different building. The number they wave at you is more than your whole family has earned in their lives put together, just to change desks. You've seen photos of their building. It's nicer than this one. You could walk out today and never work another day in your life, but then you'd have to leave the machine, and nobody out there is building the future in the room right next door. So you stay. You tell yourself it's the work, and it is. The work is the best thing that's ever happened to you. That's the trap, and you know it's a trap, and you stay anyway. You've started measuring your life in the machine's releases, not birthdays, not seasons, version numbers. You can't remember the last thing you did that wasn't this. 2 doors down sits Vera. She's been here longer than anyone. Quietly, she's better than all of you. Her whole job is keeping the things safe, saying slow down when it needs slowing, saying wait when nobody wants to hear it. And every month, fewer people put her in the meetings. You watch her calendar go quiet, 1 invite at a time. Nobody fires her, nobody argues with her, they just stop asking. It's slower than a firing, and it's worse. She's what happens to the person who keeps saying, wait. You file that away without meaning to. Rank 4, the director. 1 more floor. Now you don't just build it, you help decide what gets built and what gets shut down. Reporters quote you now. Your name means something outside the building. Strangers argue about things you said. But up here, there's a quiet war, and you're in it. One side wants to go faster, one side wants to be careful. You've been fighting it for 1.5 years. You keep count. Most days, careful loses. Every month, the thing you're building gets a little better at your own job. You notice, everyone up here notices. Nobody says it out loud at the table. Last year, the whole team that was supposed to keep it safe quietly disappeared, folded into the group that ships faster. The best of them left on their own. The ones who stayed found their meetings had moved somewhere they weren't invited. You watched people you admired pack up in a single afternoon. You told yourself the building still needed people like you inside it. You still believe that. Mostly. And this email. You were in the room where they wrote it. You fought for 2 words in that soft sentence. You won your 2 words. You lost everything around them. The sentence still means exactly what it always meant. From up here, you can finally see the whole ladder at once. The decision starts at the top. The cost rolls all the way to the bottom. Then, one afternoon, you open a demo, just a test. You watch the machine do a piece of Vera's job in 9 seconds flat, the part that used to take her a week. You scroll. It reads what the bottom floor reads. It writes what you write. It could sit, patient and tireless, in the exact chair you're in right now, and it lands on you, cold and complete. This email was never about one team. It's the first floor going dark. You just happen to be standing on a higher one. The ladder is being pulled up behind everyone, even you. Rank 5, the co-founder. Top floor, 1 in the morning. This is the room where that email was born, 5 hours before the building reads it. You've been in here since dinner. Everyone's tired. Tired is when the big decisions actually get made. You look around the table. Everyone here is decent. Everyone here is exhausted. That's the part nobody warns you about. The worst rooms are full of good people who are just very, very tired. The plan is simple. Once you scrape the polish off it, shrink the safety team, move the money toward making it more powerful, not more careful. 19 people have to sign off on it. 18 already have. You're the last name on the list. At midnight, Vera sent you a message. She already knows the plan will pass. She isn't asking you to win. She just wants the record to show that one person said no, that it wasn't every single one of you. That's all she's asking. You could sign. If you sign, you stay in the room. You tell yourself you'll soften the next one from in here. And maybe you would, but you know how that story ends. The next one is always easier to sign than the last. That's how they get you. If you say no, you win nothing. The plan passes anyway, and slowly, quietly, you become the person 2 doors down. You've watched it happen to someone better than you. You reach into your bag, a small notebook, soft at the corners. You started it the year that man walked away from millions just to keep the right to talk. You didn't want to become someone who forgot why. Every decision you've ever voted on is in here. Not the official version, what you actually thought, before the room could talk you out of it. You read back a year of your own honesty, and you already know what tomorrow's line has to say. You look at the last empty box. Everyone in the room is looking at you. You put your finger on the screen. You vote no. It passes anyway. 18-1. Exactly the way she said it would. The next morning, the email goes out to every floor, to Vera, to the woman who can't log her hours, to the bottom. You sent the softest version of a decision that had no soft version. You know that. It doesn't help. Somewhere below you, a woman with a visitor sticker reads the same soft sentence you fought over. To her, it isn't soft at all. By Friday, a reporter is calling. Somebody told them the vote wasn't unanimous. Somebody always does. You don't pick up. You don't need to. The one no in that room was already loud enough to travel. You reread your own soft sentence, supported through a structured transition. You know exactly how much support that is. By Wednesday, there's a meeting you're not in. No announcement, no confrontation. Your name just isn't on the invite anymore. It starts small. A room here, a thread there. This is how it happens. Not a firing, a slow, quiet subtraction. Slowly, you are becoming the person 2 doors down. The one who kept saying, wait. You always knew the price of that vote. Now you're paying it, in installments. You start an email to a friend who left last year. You delete it before you send it. Some part of you is still keeping your record clean, in case you ever need it. That night, a letter goes public. Dozens of names. People still inside the building, and people long gone from it. Your name could be next. The cost is real. You can feel your influence shrinking by the week, and the quiet in your chest is real too. You find you can live with the quiet. The building has 6 floors. The decisions go up. The consequences come down. Every floor in between is making the same trade, just in a different currency. Same 41 words. And somewhere above you, someone is already writing the next email. Late in the day, you stand at the glass and look down through the floors, all the way to the bottom. Down in the kitchen, Vera is filling her cup, both hands around it. The way she stood that first morning, she looks up. She finds you across all that glass. She nods. You nod back. Nobody else in the building sees it.